family. I'm going to be your nurse today. I'm just going to go over a few things with you. I know you're here for your checkup. And how old are you now? 12? Perfect. All right, so I'm just going to go over a few things with you and your mom. So as far as like nutrition, so sometimes like right now, like your calorie needs decrease, but your appetite increases. So do you eat like a lot of fast food? Okay. So definitely just like kind of focusing more on like healthy snacks and healthier options, fresh fruits, vegetables, things like that. Just try to limit your intake of fat and processed sugars. I know like a lot of kids right now are really liking energy drinks and things like that. So just try to limit those. Um, a lot of times, like for you, mom, like just kind of being like the model for healthy eating, like going grocery shopping together and picking out foods, and then like even cooking meals together can really help, just set a good example for, her health and overall eating habits. And then eating together as a family, not just, sitting down at a table. I mean, I know everybody's life is crazy, but mostly just like setting good examples of and having a good routine like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know that you have school and things like that, but even if you can try to sometimes squeeze in breakfast together in the mornings and then dinner at night, it just kind of keeps them on a routine to eat, things like that. So unfortunately, this is a time of sometimes can be scary at 12. Have you started your period? Perfect. You have. Okay. And are you using like pads or tampons? Pads. Perfect. Um, do you feel like it's pretty regular, or are you still kind of, sometimes it fluctuates at the beginning, pretty regular? All right. And then, I know that along with puberty comes like breast development, so bras and things like that. Perfect. A lot of times, like right now, between 10 and 12, especially right before your period, it looks like you have grown a little bit, and that's normal. Typically, you have a good growth spurt right before your period starts, so that's good. And height and weight. So after um, you have this growth spurt right before your period, sometimes like your growth will slow down a little bit. Does not mean that you're going to stop growing. It just means that it's going to slow down a little bit. And then your weight will fluctuate, 4 to 7 pounds gained yearly. Everybody's different, but just kind of something to expect. Um, Mom, I know that like cell phones and social media and all that is really big right now. There are a couple safety concerns as far as like, I know kids love to have their earbuds in. So, like when they're crossing the street or they're in an unfamiliar area, just, set an example and just remind them, hey, let's put the phone down and let's take the earbuds out because, crossing the street or just being in an unfamiliar area where you don't really know anybody can be definitely scary. Just being, just aware of your surroundings. And then social media. I don't know if she has social media, but I think it's very important to remind her because, there's definitely things that happen on social media as far as, videos that, portray a certain way and just being very mindful and just keeping an eye on that. This is an area when I feel like eating disorders become a thing. Everybody is painted to be a certain way, and if you don't fit that mold, so just really just trying to be cautious about, what she's watching. Do you guys have guns in the house? Perfect. They're in a safe. Perfect. And I'm sure, most families go over gun safety, but I would just, I would like to reiterate that just, making sure that they're locked and locked up and things like that. And then, so you're at the age where you can almost ride in the front seat. And so we just need to really make sure that we are wearing our seatbelt. Um, do you have siblings? Okay. And they're driving. Perfect. Just make sure that you're not distracted, you're not distracting your sibling while they're driving. So just seat belts and everybody paying attention. I know life is crazy right now. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions for me? Perfect. And then I will give you this handout too, just to kind of go over everything that I covered. And I hope you have a great year at school. And if you guys need anything, just don't hesitate to call. Thank you.